Look at these phrases. We always use them in our daily conversations like they are so common, but they are too simple and too normal. I'm Bahar and today I'm going to talk about how you can replace these common phrases with some fabulous idioms and expressions. So if you want to sound more natural and speak like a native speaker, keep watching this video. Now what you're waiting for? Let's watch it, learn it. Let's start with the first phrase, which is I like it. You know, instead of saying that, you can say I am really into it or I'm a big fan. Also, we have a great idiom for it that you can say it is my cup of tea.
Not really my cup of tea.
Like instead of saying I like reading books, you can say reading books is my cup of tea. Also, you can say I'm really passionate about it. Like reading fantasy books is my thing. Like you really like reading fantasy books.
She's very passionate about her religion.
I'm a big fan.
On the other hand, we have I don't like it. Well, it is so easy. Just make the negative form of those previous phrases. Like I'm not a big fan. I'm not really into it.
Yeah, I'm not really into it.
I'm not really into things.
Or you can say, it's not my cup of tea. Also, you can say, I'm not crazy about it. Like if you want to watch horror movies, your mom would say, I'm not really crazy about horror movies, or it's not my cup of tea. Or you can say, it's not for me. I'm not fond of it. Like that book is not for me. I don't like these types of book.
I'm not too fond of myself these days.
Not my cup of tea, this place.
Now let's talk about this common question that every time you meet your friend, you want to ask them. Well, if you want to be friendlier with that person, try to stop using this phrase because it is so normal and too common. Try to replace it with these phrases. You can say, how's everything? What's up? What is new? What are you up to? Or if you want to ask them about their week or about their day, you can say, how was your day? Like, what did you do today? Was it good? Was it bad? Plus, you can say, how are things? Like, what is going on in your life? Is everything okay? So in these situations that you are meeting a person after a long time, try to use these phrases if you want to sound more natural. Also, they can feel friendlier with you.
How are things?
What about the phrase I am happy? Like when you are in your good mood, you can say I am on top of the world or I'm on cloud 9.
You're literally on cloud 9 right now?
Also, you can say I am thrilled. For example, if it's your birthday, you can say I'm over the moon.
Oh, I'm over the moon.
Or I'm having a whale of time. Like I am so happy. I'm having too much fun right now. In these situations, if your friend asks you what's up, how's everything, you can say I couldn't be better. Like you are so happy right now. Number 5, I am sad. Like when you feel too depressed, you don't like to talk to anyone, you just want to be alone, you can say I feel blue. I am feeling down, or I am fed up. For example, when you are not in a good mood and you don't want to talk to anybody, you can say, sorry, but I don't feel that much good. I feel blue. Plus, we have 2 great words for this phrase that I have found it in too many TV shows. You can say, I feel gloomy, or I feel pathetic.
I feel blue.
Tied. Down in the dumps.
Let's jump into the next phrase, which is good morning. Imagine it is morning and your mom would turn on the lights and she would say, good morning. You can tell her, Mom, instead of saying that, you can say morning. Rise and shine. Top of the morning to you. Or another funny phrase that is mostly used for children and kids, it is wakey wakey, eggs and bakey. Also, you can say, how is your morning going so far? So if you want to wake up your family or your siblings for the breakfast next day, you can start using these phrases. You can tell them, rise and shine, morning.
Rise and shine.
Morning.
And when it's 11 p.m. and you have to go to sleep right now, when you want to turn off the lights, instead of saying good night, you can say sleep well. sleep tight. And we have a famous and fabulous phrase which is sweet dreams, or have a good sleep, or have a good night. And we have a funny idioms that it is mostly used for children and kids, which is don't let the bed bugs bite. Or when you are texting to someone you really love, you can say dream about me or night night.
Sweet dreams.
Sleep well.
The phrase number 8, I am so hungry. Like when you're at the restaurant and you are so hungry, instead of saying I'm hungry, you can say I am starving or I'm famished. Also, we have a funny idioms that you can say I'm hungry as a wolf. Like if I don't get something to eat right now, I will die. Or you can say my stomach is growling or my stomach is talking to me. And another funny idiom is I am so hungry that I can eat a horse right now. Well, I have to tell you that I am a big animal supporter, and this is just an idiom, you don't have to worry about it.
No wonder his stomach was growling.
What about the phrase, it is easy? Well, this phrase is so simple and too common. You can try to stop using this and try to use these phrases that I'm gonna tell you just right now. You can say, it's a piece of cake. It's a breeze, or I can do it with my eyes shut. For example, if you're so good at cooking, you can say, I was born doing this. It is easy peasy. Or another example, if you're a great car driver, you can say, driving a car is not a rocket science. It is a breeze for me.
Easy peasy.
Now let's talk about the opposite phrase, which is it is hard. Like when you want to sound more natural and like a native speaker, you can say it is challenging or it's a bit tricky for me. Plus you can say it doesn't seem that much easy for me. For an example, climbing a mountain is a bit challenging for me, or learning a new language is a bit tricky. Now imagine that you have met your favorite actor. Would you say, oh my god? Or you can say, Jesus, holy moly, no way. Like when you are too shocked and surprised, you can say, no way, that is impossible. Or some other phrases are like, oh dear Lord, oh my word, like, oh my god, what did you do? Also, you can say OMG. I know this is an abbreviation and it is for oh my god, but you can say that in your speaking, like OMG, that is incredible. For example, if your friend scares you, you can say Jesus, you scared me.
Oh my word.
Holy moly! Holy moly!
It's time to talk about the phrase, it is so expensive. When you look at the price, it is so expensive. You can say, that cost an arm and a leg, or it is overpriced. That's a lot of money. Like you don't want to spend that much money on something, you can say, that's a bit pricey, or it costs a fortune. You can use each of these phrases when you are shopping or when someone asks you to buy something for them. You can look at the price, and if they are a little bit expensive, you can use these phrases. Why not?
And it won't cost you an arm and a leg.
It must have cost a fortune.
Number 13, I am so sorry. Like when you have broken your mother's laptop, you can say, my bad, my apologies, or accept my apologies. Another example, when you have had an accident with your brother's car, you can say, I am terribly sorry, or it is all my fault. I owe you an apology. Plus, when you have done something wrong, you can say, my mistake. Now imagine that you have too many things to do and your friend calls you and asks you to go out and hang out with him. What would you say? Would you say, I am busy? Or you can say, I am swamped. I am up to my neck, or I am up to my ears. I am busy as a bee. Or another funny idiom, which is I have bigger fish to fry, which means I have some other more important things to do. Also, you can use this phrase, I am tied up, or I am buried with work, and you mean you have lots of work, you can't do any other thing. For an example, when you stayed up all night to finish a work and your friend asks you to call him and talk to him, you would say, sorry, but I have a bigger fish to fry, or I am swamped right now.
Busy like a bee, actually.
We're buried with work today.
And the last but not least, I will pay. Like when you're at the restaurant with your friend and they have paid the bill the last time you went out. And now it's your turn. You can say, it's on me. It's my treat, or I will pick up the bill. For an example, if you're at a beautiful cafe with your friend and when it comes to paying the bill, you can say, I got this, or I got it. Okay guys, that was it for today's video. We talked about some fabulous and great expressions and idioms that you can use them instead of some other famous and common phrases. If you know some other phrases that we must replace them with some other idioms, you can comment them right down below. If this video was useful for you, don't forget to subscribe to my channel right now and like this video to support me and to let YouTube algorithm know that you have enjoyed this content. And if you have some other questions, you can ask me in the comments. I will read all of your feedbacks and answer your questions. So yeah, that was it for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye. Have a nice day.